Imagine being welded inside a tiny metal coffin, submerged in an infinite ocean of congealed human blood, with no way to see except through an external camera. Welcome back, horror fans. Today, we are deep diving into the claustrophobic and bone-chilling narrative of a desperate convict sent on a suicide mission into the abyss. Our story begins inside the cramped cockpit of Submersible 13, where a prisoner named Simon is trying to navigate a highly volatile, liquid blood environment. As Simon scans the pitch-black depths, he stumbles upon a terrifying anomaly that defies all logical explanation, a massive, skeletal jawbone resting on the ocean floor. Shocked by the discovery, the surface control crew decides to pull Simon up ahead of schedule to prepare for a dangerous retrieval mission. Simon desperately warns the captain that the skeleton isn't the only thing in the dark, asserting that something massive and organic is moving beside him. However, the ruthless Captain Ava refuses to let him out of the sub, reminding him that his escape hatch has been permanently sealed shut. To make matters worse, Simon learns that the heavy camera mounted on his hull is actually an experimental, high-radiation X-ray scanner. As tensions rise and the radiation begins to leak into his cockpit, Simon snaps at the crew, realizing he is nothing but a lab rat to them. When Simon is forced back down into the trench, he discovers that the massive remains have mysteriously vanished from their original coordinates. The command center dismisses his panic, cold-heartedly ordering him to search the shifting congealed blood and find the remains at all costs. In order to secure a piece of the bone, the crew tells Simon he must use his sub as a weapon and physically smash into the target at full speed. The moment the metal hull collides with the skeletal anomaly, the ocean reacts, and an unseen force violently grabs the sub, dragging it deeper into the blood. Left completely abandoned after his tether snaps, Simon struggles to patch up his leaking hull, refusing to let the pressure crush him. While searching for a way out of the underwater cavern, Simon's terminal intercepts a signal from a dead sub that went missing years ago. Through the decaying comms of the wreck, he speaks to a hallucination or a lingering ghost that warns him some cosmic secrets are meant to stay buried. Suddenly, a live voice cuts through the static. Ava is still tracking him, stunned that he has managed to survive the hostile pressure for so long. Simon begs for an extraction, stating that he doesn't care about the corporate factions or their dying world anymore. The entity in the static mocks his desperate plea, asking if he believes in a deity that only sees the universe through a tiny pinhole. Ava reveals the dark truth that their home station has been completely destroyed, leaving them with absolutely nowhere else to go. The crew's dialogue reveals Simon's horrifying past as the Butcher, a notorious terrorist responsible for the deaths of dozens of innocent colonists. With the surface world completely decayed, the crew has turned into a fanatical cult, believing the blood ocean is their ultimate salvation. As the eldritch entity surrounding the submarine begins to breach the hull, Simon realizes that the anomaly's light is a highly infectious cosmic madness. In a final act of pure defiance, Simon fights back against the monstrous shadows, unleashing his inner Butcher as the blood ocean floods the cabin. What did you think of this terrifying, claustrophobic ending? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep-sea horror breakdowns.